Hello again everyone, welcome back to Landric Plays Banished. I am Landric and I am playing Banished. We're in the lovely town of Marlborough. Everything is going pretty swimmingly. Got some orchards, though they're a bit bare at the minute. Oop, I've only got 2 labourers left on there. Again, drop down our builders, because I say it every time, but I like a stockpile of labourers just in case something terrible happens. Our iron mine is working well. Look at all that iron. So, wow, we got over 1,000 iron. Cows, sheep, all coming along nicely. This cemetery is getting a little bit full. Maybe we need to expand one of those somewhere else. How many people are in the chapel? 69. Nice. Yep, stockpiles are all full as well. Storage. Yep, that's basically full. These storage barns are all full. So what this says to me is we need to expand and expand rapidly. So, without further ado, let's get some houses down. And in fact, let's set up this one as well, because we've been saying we'd do that for a while. I mean, we could do this one as well, but nah. Anywhere else we want to set up? Well, let's go for broke. Let's absolutely put down buildings and houses wherever and whenever we can. Because I think I said last video, we're definitely coming to the end of this. Ooh, that lines up nicely. We're definitely coming to the end of this Let's Play, so it makes sense to sort of go for broke. Ooh, got a trader arrived as well. Let's see what they are offering. We're fully stocked on seeds and things, and you're only bringing food anyway, and we've got loads of food. But maybe we would have traded for stone or something, because it saves us whacking great holes in our lovely picturesque village. I say village, it's almost definitely a proper town now, right? Maybe we should scale back on... Ooh, why are our farmers... Why have we not got enough farmers? Which one of these things is set up wrong? This is going to be... Ooh, you're set up wrong. Is that it? 43 or 44, that means somewhere else something is not quite right. Or maybe we just are missing a farmer, it happens. Yep, this is the one that's missing a person. It looks like everything else is set up properly, so I guess we have to... Well, we don't have to, but I will anyway. And then, certainly... our miners we can drop down, and I'll drop down the stonecutters as well, just because... in fact, thinking about it... No, I don't want to drop down the stonecutters, do I? I'm going to drop down the miners pretty substantially, though. And increase the stonecutters, because we need the stonecutters to make stone to make all of these things that I've just queued up. Which is partly why nothing's going to get built. Yeah, we've got some stone, but not nearly enough to build all of these things. So I tell you what, we've got some spare labourers kicking around as well. I'll just queue up some gather stone tasks, because they're going to have to be done eventually. Well, I suppose not, but they might as well be, right? I wonder what happens if we are our stockpile is full. There's no way they're just going to, like, not gather stone, right? They wouldn't do that. They're smarter than that. I'll sort of spread these jobs around, because our labourers aren't really going to be doing much else, so we might as well make full use of them. Especially the ones who aren't officially labourers, the ones who are just like the miners, for example, who are fully stocked. Now that we've dropped it down a little bit, it's probably fine. We've got an iron limit of 600 though, and we've got over 1,000 iron stored, so you guys shouldn't be working. Interesting. Oh well. Got all of our hospitals that don't technically have any workers in them yet, but that's fine. We don't need them to maintain our people's health. Everyone's very healthy. We only need to pile on doctors if there's suddenly a big shortage of... sorry, a big outbreak of like influenza or something like that. Or dysentery. All these farms coming along nicely. We've got loads and loads of wheat stockpiled, so that means... here we go, our tavern. Yep, making loads of ale. We've got a couple of 100 barrels stored up. Not so much on the apples, but that's because we had to shuffle around the apple orchard somehow, because I because they weren't properly being refreshed or something, right? So this one's not producing yet. These two should be, though. Yeah? How much did you produce last season? Yeah, you produced some. Ooh, some nomads. Fishermen died during childbirth, that's a bit sad. So there's our food. That's pretty incredible. 33 nomads. Yeah, absolutely, we'll accept those. I imagine they're almost immediately going to go into the boarding house. And some of them might not even fit in there, though it looks like it expands quite a way. So, preemptively, I am going to put 3 physicians in those hospitals. I'm also going to make a whole bunch more builders, because now we have the labourers wandering around. There we go, that'll do. Because they're going to get very cold and wet if they don't have a proper house to live in. I think, yeah, it looks like the boarding house is at capacity, so maybe we put down another boarding house elsewhere. Because there's nothing saying we can only have one. We'll put it here. And before I forget, I'll put down a couple more wells. That looks like a good spot. Maybe I should cancel some of these other projects though, because otherwise our builders are going to like half build all of them instead of properly build any of them. Yeah, because like this one needs 62 stone by itself, and I'm sure some of the others are going to require just as much. Though there is all this stone here. Am I gathering this? Well, I am now. I'm also going to put down a stockpile here, because I'm a little bit worried that they are actually just going to not gather stone. I'll put a road here, so I know where I'm building. There we go. And the stockpile can go just sort of nestled in right next to it there. And that can be a quite a nice sizable one. So now, even if the builders are blocked from doing any other jobs, hopefully they'll go and do that one, and then that one will allow the labourers to do their jobs, and that will allow the builders to do their jobs. So it'll all work out nicely in the end. Have I got a school over here yet? I don't think I do. Oh no, there I do. It's right there. 13 students. There we go. We're about 200... Yeah. We might have almost over 300. I can't quite count. Yeah, we do, don't we? Good. So I know I was saying recently, oh yeah, we're coming to the end, I'll get to 300 and then stop, but maybe I'll play just a little bit longer. The old Sid Meier's thing of just one more turn. I've got some boats. Are you going to bring me stone? Because stone would be nice. Cherry seeds. Nope. Have plenty of cherry seeds, but thanks. That's right, this one's just slightly skew with because of this little hill, which is a bit annoying. Breaks my lovely pattern. How are our fishermen doing? Oh, that's right, we've got plenty of space for more fishermen and hunters. In fact, let's put the hunters up, because our builders are basically done now. In fact, we can increase that a little bit as well. Get even more food for all of these nomads that have just shown up and taken up residence. Still 8 of them are homeless, so we do want to get some houses down sooner rather than later, but again, I'm wary about queuing up too many builders, too many buildings, and spreading our not spreading our builders thin, but spreading our materials a bit thin, because it doesn't make any sense to put 1 stone block in every house instead of 40 stone blocks to make a full house. How are our chickens doing? Oh look, plenty of eggs. What are you producing for us? 360 eggs last season, and some delicious roast chicken dinners as well. Lovely. What are we growing here? growing plums. I think we are growing one of everything, right? Surprised you're not working. But we are putting down some more houses here, so our orchard farmers... Orchard farmers? That doesn't sound quite right. Are you a farmer if you work in an orchard? I suppose you must be. Like an apple farmer. An apple herder? Herd of apples rolling gloriously across the landscape. Okay, right. Yeah, this is going to take quite some materials to build as well. But hopefully our builders are, you know, sort of labouring to find the materials they need, though they've still not built this. Presumably they're busy doing something, though. You're working. Good. What? Where are you going and where have you come from, though? Do we need to build a road along here? Is this the quickest path to somewhere? I suppose if you're going from here to over there it must be, so let's put a road in there. We'll have it go from here around this way, like that. I mean, we could just build this tunnel, I suppose, but nah. Of course, this road does block off quite a lot of things, so maybe I'll keep it sort of more square, which doesn't look the most organic thing. And now I can't see where it ends. I think there. So we'll remove this this long line this way, because that way we can squeeze in some more quarries if we have to. So we're future-proofing it a little bit. Stonemasons all hard at work. Lovely. Oh yeah, we've got a massive stockpile right here that they can be putting stone on, so that's okay. So it's late autumn and we've already got snow. It is -3 degrees Celsius, which is pretty chilly. But it looks like everyone has a house now, which is pretty exceedingly excellent. I might as well increase the limit on clothes, because we can keep a spare for every person. Same with tools. Like, we're not doing anything else with the iron especially, so we'll certainly the clothes, because it gives us more stuff to trade as well. It means we need more sheep though, so maybe I put down a another pasture over here, and that in turn provides us with more delicious food. So where do I want to put that? Maybe just here next to the hospital, and it's sort of near the tailor. I think 20 by 20 will be fine. Oop, no, why couldn't we do that? Oh, there's one square there that doesn't work in the bottom left. Alright, so 20 by 19 it'll have to be. And luckily this, again, doesn't take up much in the way of super important resources. But there is a tiny square there that we can't build on, so people will have to walk a little bit of an awkward path. But we can put a little cut through here, I think, or here. No, we'll just build it here. Not super necessary, but maybe it'll cut down on a tiny bit of walking time. The boarding house is getting done, if a little bit too late. We've still got plenty of people in this boarding house here, though. A lot of them are students. Filthy students taking up the boarding houses. It's always the way. But we still don't have tons and tons of stone. So I think we've completed most of the things we wanted to. Let's see how this... No, you're still not getting done at all, though you've almost got all the stone you need as well. So okay, we'll put some houses down here in anticipation of that being done. Put a group of 6. And we'll ring it with a road so people can get to their houses. Ooh, that's interesting. Why can't we build there? Is it... oh, because that counts as stone, and the stone counts as being designated, so we can't remove the stone because somebody's already removing the stone, so we'll have to put that back in later, but for now it's fine. So hopefully, if one of these houses get finished first, a family of builders will move in, and then they'll build everything a lot quicker. Oop, another trader. Hopefully we can buy just a ton of stone. In return for some firewood, perhaps. Coats, logs, leather, steel tools. Unfortunately not. We could buy some steel tools that'll make people work a little bit faster, so let's give it a go. So we need to spend 1,000 units. So we can do that with 50 coats, I think. 50 coats. There we go, perfect. And we've got stacks of coats in the bank and loads more in stockpile, so that's a pretty cheap trade. Better yet, because coats are a renewable resource, because it's just hides and wool, whereas the tools take iron, iron and coal in fact, which would have to be mined out, and is quite tricky to make. Not super tricky. The most annoying thing about it is if you mine out coal, people will use the coal to heat their houses, and it's difficult to keep the industry supplied without putting down big ugly mines everywhere, so you get a massive surplus of coal. Good, you should have stopped now. You guys don't really have anywhere to put the stone, so I could make this bigger, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Got loads and loads of logs. How are our woodcutters? We've got 4 of 4. So we've got one there. I think we have one in town over here? Yeah. And then sort of 2 in this block as well. So I think maybe I put another woodcutter over here, just so they have more more easy access to the wood. More easy access or easier access? One of those. Words are hard. So that'll be under woodcutter, there we go. We're back to massively stressing out all of our builders. I suppose putting down all those roads as well, I think is probably taking up all of my builders' time, but I guess that just gives us more time to stockpile stone while they're waiting, which will be good. I don't know how they prioritise jobs, whether it's just a sort of first come first served kind of thing, or whether they prioritise the nearest construction job, or whether they sort of have some semblance of importance. There is this priority tool here. Yeah, increase priority. Increase the priority of work being done in an area. So I could prioritise these houses, for example. But I don't think it's especially... it doesn't seem to do a lot, but maybe that's just my perception of it. So how many marketplaces have we got? Because we'll keep 2 in each one, just for symmetry, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, is that it? I think that's probably it. And these will supply all the houses in their area with goods. Don't tell me the reserve of food is low. That's not true. Don't scare me like that. I think it might be because you've just put like a tiny amount of food into this market, so it goes, oh no, the food in this market is low, even though food everywhere else is huge. I'll try and increase the priority of this stockpile a little bit. Oh, we've got the resource limits window by mistake. Yeah, it's a shame about this hill, really. It does sort of break up our thing, but I guess, you know, it's nice scenery, it's fine. And then when we've got a bit more stone, I'll probably put down another church here. Again, tavern, blacksmith, school, that kind of thing. In fact, I might queue up the school straight away. And I guess we could put down a hospital as well. Yeah. So I'll queue up the tavern and tailor and blacksmith, that's the word I was looking for, which is under resource production. Put you there, but we'll pause you, and the same for the blacksmith. So they'll have a bit of a longer walk to get tools and clothes to this marketplace, but that's fine for now. We've still got plenty of room for expanding our food industry by putting more people to gather and fish. So we don't even need to worry about putting more farms down in a rush. We could even increase our foresters, though I think they're doing a fine job where they are, even if they are a little bit spread out. But I think that might be more efficient to spread them out in that way, so that's fine. I might even queue up the church and cemetery just because, so everything is nicely planned out, and then we can just slowly unpause it and watch everything happen. Technically, sort of cramming all of these town services into the centre of the town does take up space that would otherwise be used by houses, which is the whole point of the market, but it's fine. I don't think I've ever filled an entire market zone with just houses. Again, for sort of like symmetry and thematics, I'll put down a graveyard next to the church. And I think I might leave this one unpaused. We'll make it quite a big one. Not that big though. Yeah, we'll just do that. And then maybe we'll put some houses around the back of it. Ooh, merchants arrived. You gonna bring me stone? Not that we need stone anymore. Ooh, you are actually. So let's pause it. Put 200 stone. And just because we can, 200 iron as well. So that will be 120 coats. Hey, look at me! I did math the first time. And we've still got more than enough in stockpile to cover that deficit as well. So, yeah, we'll do that trade. Not that we need especially the stone or the iron, but again, the fewer quarries and mines we have to build, the happier I'll be. I'm actually going to increase the limit here as well. Oh hey, we got an achievement. Food variety. What's that do for us? Grow and harvest 8 different plants and 8 different orchard tree types in a single year. I'm surprised it's taken us this long to get, to be honest, but hey, we did it. Go us. We should probably put down some more wells, in fact, especially over here. There it is. I don't know where we'll squeeze it in. I guess just here will do fine. Okay, so we're still ticking along. We've got to put these sheep in here, which means somewhere we need to find a sheep field here and split it, and then increase the number of pasture workers. So somebody, well, in fact, I was going to say somebody will move the sheep over here. They won't. The sheep will just move by themselves. Look, there they go. Just trampling all of my orchards. But it's alright, they know where they're going, they'll make it there. And then we'll have more of a supply of wool to make coats, so everyone will stay nice and toasty warm in this cold weather. Oop. Why is nobody working here? I just increased the number of... Have I made 2 pastures somewhere? No, surely not. Herdsman 9 of 9. Oh, is this one taking... Yeah, it's taking 2 people. Yeah, we don't need that. We just need 1 person working it. It'll be plenty. Alright, so we've started work on this new town. sorry, we've continued work on this particular town. We've started work on this new town over here, which is still mostly building sites, but it's getting there. We just need more builders. In fact, yeah, not even more resources, so let's add some extra builders. Perfect. And with that, I'm going to end this episode here. We'll play another couple more rounds of Banished later on, I think. But we're definitely getting toward the end game. Everything is nicely sort of coming together. We've got a lovely little settlement. I think we can probably call it a city now. It's the city of Mulbaral. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. I will see you next time.